keys are the yellow teeth of someone else's childhood.
A parent's hopes finally worth less than the space in the garage.
And I am just another yard sale bargain shopper,
spending Saturday mornings searching for unlikely futures among other people's forgotten
pasts, and I always seem to think of her when I am surrounded by a stranger's unwanted crap.
And I know that doesn't sound too great.
It makes sense though,
because I'm not sure if we even know each other anymore.
This could be her bedroom for sale.
Her Japanese paintings of storms.
Her books.
Her piano out here on the front lawn.
I wouldn't know
her fingerprints,
negative imprints in the dust,
but I remember her.
The way a duck remembers a hurricane.
And for all I know, she might remember me the way a storm
remembers a duck. Just an awkward little bit of waterproof nothing. And maybe it is time to admit we are not that close anymore.
Our moments together spread out on these blankets, easy enough to price at $1.
Sandwiched between hand-labeled VHS tapes and never-been-used knitting supplies.
This is the kind of place you can find beautiful things
by accident. So I make happenstance from hand-me-down.
I seance the alto of her voice from unfamiliar piano keys. Imagine these could have been
our rocking chairs, home to our gray heads, and set one into a slow arc across the lawn.
Flipped through 25-cent paperbacks
and wonder,
how do you ask someone if she remembers an old age you never had together? How do you ask someone if she remembers being the atmosphere, or tell her thoughts of her smile can recreate a polluted skyline as if it had just been a child's crayon drawing? The way migrating ducks can signal storm, signal change, the incoming joint ache of her on the horizon. How do you tell her that it is easier to love her as a
distant thunderhead than it ever was to wring rainwater from the knots in her back?
And when she found you, you were stretched out like a piano wire waiting for a hammer to knock the breath back into you. She split you like firewood, knowing you'd burn brighter in pieces.
And what do you say about an ember once you have poured water on the campfire and gone home?
You never tell her how well she floats in your memory.
Some nights, you do not realize she is gone until you call her name into the darkness of the apartment.
You leave her out here on a stranger's front lawn, and just
as they begin to stuff the past into garbage bags,
you buy a worn book of Shakespeare,
a camping stove,
a Japanese painting of
ducks in a storm.
There's no room for the rocking chair, and you can't afford the piano,
but they throw in a bobblehead Godzilla doll for free.
Hang a bit of someone else's history in your home.
You take piano lessons on Sundays.
Read plays at night.
You write it all into a poem. And think of her
at yard sales.